Okay, guys, so this video is the second video for finding the area on Moby Max. This time we're doing the area of a triangle. So let's get going. If you need help with the area of a triangle, this is for it. So area of a triangle right here, they're showing you, they're reminding you that the area of a parallelogram was base times height, but when you think about a triangle, you can compare rectangles, parallelograms, and triangles. So the area of a rectangle is the base times the height. Also, you know it as length times width, right? So if I was to do length times width, this is 4 by 4, which is 16. And if you count all the squares inside, it's 16, because that's what area does. It counts the space inside. It lets us know. Now, what happens is when you think of a triangle, you actually technically have half a square in a lot of cases. Not all the cases, but in this one, it is a right triangle. And since it's half a square, you could do the base times the height, but since it's half of the square, you just take half of it. So how many right triangles are created when you divide a square along one of the diagonals? How many do I have here? I have 2 equal ones, which means we're going to take the original formula of a square, base times height, length times width, side times side, whatever you want to call it, and we're just going to cut it in half. Now, multiplying by a half is the same thing as dividing by 2. So I want you to do what works for you. If you don't like this fraction being here, then you can just say 4 times 4 divided by 2. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8. So it should be 8 square feet. If it doesn't bother you to have the fraction there, it would be half the base, which is half of 4 is 2, and then 2 times 4 is 8. So no matter what you do, you're going to get the correct answer. But you have to do what works for you, okay? Okay. It says, what's the area of a triangle that has a base of 4 and a height of 5? So remember, the same rule is going to apply here as it does with a parallelogram. The base of a triangle and its height are going to be perpendicular. They are going to make a right angle. So look for that box that says there's a 90-degree angle between them. Look for the upside down T or the L, whatever you envision. Okay? Now they actually have worked out the equation for you to show you that half times 4 is 2 and 2 times 5 is 10. The other way you could look at it as 4 times 5 is 20 divided by 2 is 10. Okay, but no matter how you look at it, you get 10. And I want to make sure that you understand that here. What is my base? My base is 8. And now this is a little tricky because I don't know if you could see the outline of this tall box that the triangle is in. That 7 is not representing this slant. That 7, if you notice, is the height of the square that the triangle is inside of. So I don't want you to get confused. Miss Liggett didn't lie to you. Base, oh, wait a second. There were 2 parts. I didn't see that. Oh, my bad. So 56 divided by 2 is 28. If you don't believe me, you could do half of 8, which is 4. 4 times 7 is 28. I don't want you to think that I lied to you. Base and height are always perpendicular for triangles and parallelograms. So this does not represent this side that I'm going over right now. This 7 represents this very, very light square that's there. Hard to see, but there nonetheless, okay? All right, let's keep it moving. All right, let's do the same thing. Let's drag and calculate. This is my height. This time it's a rectangle. The triangle is inside of a rectangle. Half of 10 is 5. 5 times 21, I think, is 105. Yes, that would be correct. Okay. What's next? Okay, last one for practice, and then we're going to go to the part that you get graded on. Height is 8. And let's see. Half of 8 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. And the 0 is going to come for the rod. Boom. All right, let's get to the good stuff. Why can't I? Okay. What is the area of the triangle? Okay, now the triangle is what they've actually shaded blue here. And if you notice, the 4, if it's the dashed line, is perpendicular to the 5 here. So 4 times 5 is 20, divided by 2 is 10. That was a lot like the one from the practice. Let me just make sure I'm not muted. Okay, good. That would have been a waste of a lot of our time. Let's see. What is the area of the triangle? Again, it's shaded blue. And out here, your 1 yard of a height is perpendicular to the 8-yard length of the base of the triangle. 1 times 8 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Six times 2 is 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Boy, it would be really embarrassing if I got them wrong, right? Okay, but we're not going to worry about that because I'm getting them right, thank God. 4 times 6 is 24, divided by 2 is 12. If you guys have any questions on this, if something didn't make sense, please just let me know. I'm going to post these. That way you have the extra help that you need to get it done. 4 times 9 is 36. 36 divided by 2 is 18. And then for those people who like to do half of 4 is 2. 2 times 9 is 18. So you could always double check your work by doing it the other way. Okay, that brings us to the end of the triangle one. The next one is going to be trapezoids.